Yeah, well, it's a bittersweet game for us. It always is for us coaches. But Brittany's extra special, and what she's been able to accomplish in a couple of short years here that we've had her has been phenomenal. And we would love nothing more than to send her out on a high note and to get a win, obviously, tomorrow night.
Kind of a little bit of a scouting report on what you've seen just from the first time you faced West Virginia to now. What are you
Yes.
seeing different from them? And I mean, obviously explosive score, Tynese. What else are you
Yes.
seeing?
It's interesting. This will be our fourth time playing them since I got here, and every single game's been close. Whether it's at their place here, it's just been a battle to the very end, and I expect nothing different tomorrow night. I think they're a team that plays with great physicality. They're as physical as anybody in our conference defensively, so you have to be able to absorb that, handle that, and control your emotions against that. But they're very good that way. And then for us, as you mentioned, Tynese, she'll be a draft pick, is explosive scorer for them, and then Gondrazak is back. She did not play at their place when we were there. She was out that night with a concussion, so she's their leading scorer actually, and Tynese is up there with her. But two just prolific scorers in our league that will need special attention all night.
You
When it
mentioned that.
comes to that, though, I mean, a lot of playing great defense is having a good mentality. So when you're talking to your players in the last couple of days, how much is discipline just kind of implemented with this to make sure that, hey, man, you're doing the best that you can to kind of keep those two players contained without fouling?
Yeah, it's real important. And with them, they're going to hit some shots. They're going to hit some tough shots. It's just real important that they have to work for those all night. They're not easy, and that we are aware of their presence all the time because they're that good. And then you can't let a role player get hot, which is another key factor to the game.
Speaking of, I mean, role players, really, though, we see even Maher Jackson kind of come in and play an important role in that TCU game. And you have a couple of guards out and Brittany and Boucher. We saw some other players really step up, and obviously Lexi Ford was another one of those too. Just to be able to see the resolve of your team to, like you talked about, contain your emotions in a game like that, was that sort of like a good step in the right direction for you that you can kind of carry into this game?
Yes, I mean it certainly is. We talk about Brittany. This is the most wins Brittany's had in her career in this season. And you look at the sweep against TCU, huge. First time in 7 years we've swept them. First top 25 win in 3 years. Those kinds of things are incredible coming from where we were coming from. The team has just really performed, and they believe. And playing here in front of our fans has been awesome. I mean, we're top 20 in the nation in attendance, and we really rely on them heavily. And will again senior night.
When you mentioned that physicality, obviously that's something that Brittany's been really focused on this season. What's that been like for her in terms of just the discipline of being physical but not getting in that foul trouble?
Yeah, it's crucial, and she's being guarded different ways every single night. West Virginia, at times, will have a taller post on her, and at times, will have an undersized post on her, and they guard a little bit differently depending on who's on her. And it's just real important that she adjusts. She uses her basketball IQ and adjusts to how she's being guarded in that particular possession, because within the possession, things are open. It's just real important to utilize her body in the right way, and I think that that's an area that she's certainly grown and in particular the last probably 4 to 6 weeks.
And then you mentioned a couple weeks ago when you came in, seeing Brittany on tape, it was somebody that you could kind of get and shape. But just I guess what were those first conversations with her like in terms of even though Missouri you were a senior, but Brittany would be the senior during your second year. What was that like, and just help getting her to be part of that rebuild?
Right. Well, the biggest thing was commitment and buy-in to open-mindedness to a new staff, a new system, how good she could be. One thing about Brittany is I don't think she realized how great she could be, and she was willing to work. She was willing to be coachable, and it was a perfect combination to elevate. And she is the epitome of what that looks like for someone that accepts something new, wants something better, and gets to work and really gets it done.
Coach, what would be the message that you would want for fans to hear from you and from this team about coming out and being part of this game tomorrow? Not only for Brittany, but just for the implications that are on the line for this team and the overall.
Yes, huge game in the standings. I mean, head on, we're sitting in a three-way tie in conference. This head-on win, head-to-head win, would be huge for us in the standings. And then Brittany's senior night, It's a part of, you'll be able to see a part of history, quite frankly. She's going to go down as one of the best players to play here, not the best, but she's going to be in that elite group of players that have come through this system and been part of Lady Raider basketball, and that's saying a lot because we know the talent and the players that have come through here historically, and for her to be in that group and forever be a Lady Raider is something that I think she really values and cherishes, and she's going to be part of that sisterhood forever.
And when she's gone next year, getting started with that season, what's something that you'll say, do this like Brittany, or Brittany did this and I want you guys to get that too?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with Brittany is the person that she is. She's brought so much to this program on and off the court, from academics to her work in the community to just the type of person that she is and how much she really cared about the team and how she put the team first always.
It's gone by really, really fast, I think, especially this season. It's flown by, and it being my last game here, I mean, I'm just filled with gratitude just looking back at all the stuff that has happened here and all the opportunities that I've had, and getting to play like even just in an arena like this and in front of like some of the best fans. I'm just filled with gratitude.
About just the expansion of this program, kind of getting back to where it used to be. I mean, you can see that change firsthand on the court, but just kind of elaborate a little bit on that, on how that's changed for you since these last 2 years.
Yeah, I remember just like my freshman year coming in the stands, there'd be like 300 people, and it'd just kind of be like typical like for every Big 12 game, and we wouldn't have like really an advantage compared to some of the other teams in the Big 12, like conference-wise with their attendance. And then now like coming into my senior year and we're like busting 5,000, like that's insane to me. And it's such a great environment to play in, and I think like fans like need to know that it really does like push us and inspire us like when they're here, and it just like brings us like an extra bit of energy. And the playing wise, stuff like that, competing, right now we're competing for like 6th place, and that's like something that has happened to me in the Big 12 like since I've been here, and just being able to wake up like every game day and being like, oh, I can go out here and compete with this team is just a great feeling.
Talk about this team, because I mean this is something that's, over the course of when Coach got here to right now, you guys, it seems like you've gelled at some really good times and you've grown. I mean, how have you kind of experienced that through these last couple of seasons?
Yeah, just these last couple of seasons, I would just summarize it as growth. Like whether we win or lose, like we grow from it every single time. And I think that this coaching staff is going to take this program really far. And I'm excited to see what my teammates do even next year without me, and just like where they're going to take it. I'm just really excited.
You may have had so many individual accomplishments, but what do you think is your primary thing that you've done and you have take a lot of pride in playing this last game?
Let's see. The thing that I would take, golly, the most pride in is really just like, this is like some of the most wins that we've had in conference, I think, like as a team, and like all the individual stuff is great, but it doesn't matter if we don't win, and so just being able to get these wins that I haven't ever had before means a lot, and I think that's the greatest honor, is to get to do it with my teammates.
Finally, your final game here, how important and how big would it be to get a win right here at home to send your fans out and send you guys out into the Big 12 tournament?
Yeah, ending my career here on a win is definitely like my top priority. Like it doesn't matter how I play, like we got to go and get this win. And so I know like Coach Marlene has been telling me like all week, she was like, I want you to end on like a good note. And she's like, you're not going to remember your stats, you're not going to remember any of that. You're literally just going to remember if you win or lost and the people that did it with you. And I could not agree more. I can't remember any of my stats from any certain game, and I want to go out of this arena with a win for sure, especially with my teammates.
You come in, obviously, as a freshman, knowing that you're going to be going as a junior, have to grow, have to change. Then you come in junior year, you have a new coach. What's just been, I guess, the biggest change for you? How do you feel like you've adjusted to just college life or new coaches, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I would say the biggest like change did happen my junior year. I would say I think that my physicality had to increase like maximum amount, and I know I talk about that a lot, but that was really probably the biggest change that was expected of me, and I think it made me like a better player all around. And then like getting back that competitive fire, sometimes it dwindles when you have loss after loss, and to have, I don't know, just a team that wants to go out here and win every game just makes it a lot more fun.
And then when Coach did come in, knowing her background and what she did, high school and college, what were those conversations
Yeah, just knowing Coach and her experience and her being like just a scorer, like all-around scorer, and her offensive mindset has really helped me out with my offensive side of the game. And then to have Coach Nick also in her position help me out a lot as well. Yeah, for sure. Having them as like part of the coaching staff has been so beneficial to my game overall, and I'm so thankful for all that they've taught me and how they've challenged me and all of it.
Coach Martin has described Titus Martin as somebody who's a really big scorer. So when you guys are seeing her for the second time, what's the most important part of being able to contain what she can do offensively?
Yeah, containing Tiny's Martin is just a 40-minute thing. Like, you could contain her 20 minutes, and then if you take a play off, she could get hot, and that's like how good of a scorer she is. And as well as Gondrznak and Nyblack, they are like coming out really hot. Nyblack has had great games for them recently, and I think that she's led the team well. And so we have an emphasis on obviously every player, but we know that Tiny's can go off like at any moment, and so we definitely have to be on lock all 40 minutes.
And there are so many players. I mean, you have Boogie Madison, who's already not able to play right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting out some foul trouble, so you have players like Maka and Maddie and Drea like come in and just really be super efficient with their time. How important is that? How critical is that as you guys are really working games right now?
Yeah, to have those players step up off the bench and to have just the players that were already on the floor just have great games like that, especially when I wasn't playing well. Like, obviously, I'd rather be out there and not in foul trouble, but to see them just like shine and thrive and just go out there and do their thing and maybe even just get some confidence under their belt was super important, especially like postseason wise. And just to know that they're out there and they have my back even when I'm not playing my best. Like, I didn't play my best at TCU either, and so that definitely is like super important, and it comes into play a lot like throughout every single game.
It's been amazing just to see her grow every day and every year. But these past 2 years has been great, and she just keeps growing and growing every day.
Coach has talked a lot about Titus Martin. She's called one of the really good scorers.
Mhm.
Face off against everyone. You guys have already you've played against her a couple of years ago.
Right.
So you've already faced her once this year. What's maybe something that you're going to use here that you're going to come out today and see
Yeah, I would say we definitely know what she's going to do. She's going to try to score the ball every time she touches the ball. So we just got to be ready and have our hands up the whole game and just be ready to contain one-on-one D.
Just as far as what have you seen kind of transformation of this team to get to where they are? I mean, you guys are still have some postseason
Right.
aspirations here, winning that last game against TCU and then having this opportunity against West Virginia. What's kind of going through your brain now as you're playing this final home game?
I would say from last year to this year, just our competitive fight and just our will to win is so much higher than last year. And just going into these last few games, it's just to attack hard and just give it all we got. We want to get into postseason, so we have to do whatever we have to do. And we're just ready to, we're just looking forward to that.
When you talk about just in regards to her, like she's gone through, really a lot.
Yeah.
How motivating has that been for you just being able to watch the way that she's had resolve and the way that she's responded really in all situations with a lot of poise and a lot of confidence and a lot of grace, despite kind of some really challenging circumstances that have come in the past couple years?
Yeah, I would say she's been through so much, and just to watch that, it just shows the fight she has. And I mean, you can't really complain about anything because of everything she's been through. So you just have to look at her for strength and just keep pushing and just know that she wants the best for us and that we have to keep fighting for her because she deserves it.
This team may be approaching a great opportunity here at home on Saturday night against the West Virginia team. You guys feel like you kind of have some points here. I mean, what's kind of the mentality to go out and do that for Brittany? This whole season's about the season. Is that something you guys are using as just like
Yes, of course. Just to fight. We have nothing to lose. We have to go out there and give it our all. She deserves it, and she deserves to get to postseason. She's been through a lot, like I said, and she's just one of those players that's just great. She's gonna be one of like the best players to come through Texas Tech, and just to see that and just see her motivation, it's like we have to fight too, and we just have to be ready for everything thrown at us.
Speaking of fight, you have players like Maka come in,
Mhm.
have a good game, and kind of get a role like she did against TCU. You have Boogie go down, and you already don't have, Sydney.
Right.
She seems like you've got Brittany on the bench. So for you guys to kind of come together, everybody to kind of identify their role, how much maturity does that do you see in your teammates are able to really go out and execute a game without three really important
Right.
players?
I feel like Maka came off the bench and gave a huge spark. She was very mature. She knew what she had to do. She came in ready to shoot the ball and just ready to attack. So that was a great spark for us, and they didn't expect that. So it just was something they didn't expect, and she got to the free throw line. She knocked down her shots, and she was just amazing off the bench.
What does that also say kind of about your team's depth? Because that's something that, you know, you guys probably struggled with more last year, but this year it doesn't seem like you have to deal with that as much.
We know everybody on the bench can score, so we just when they come in, we got to be hype and just be ready to knock down shots. There's no pressure. We just got to keep doing what we're doing.